There we go.
Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, January. I was hoping for June. January.
You're hoping.
I'm ready for Pride Month already. I'm done with winter. It's over for me.
That's
done.
Right.
We got that snow. Everybody enjoys winter. Tough luck. I'm ready to just fast forward about 5 months. But anyway,
as we mentioned, today's topic is we actually want to talk about a topic that Reverend Dr. Sadler mentioned the last time he was on our show, along with Melba Evans from Wedgwood Church. And he was talking about Reimagining America project. We want to kind of dig a little bit deeper into that. But before we do that, very quickly, in 30 seconds or less, because you know how we are.
My pronouns are she and they. I do a lot of advocacy work and programming work with Charlotte Pride, our local Pride organization, the LGBT-Dems, and the National Organization for Women. I'm actually a board member at large with them. I was the first trans woman in their almost 50-year history to be elected to their board. And in just general advocacy. And then I do these two shows. Tony?
Greetings, everybody. The one and only Tony Foreman here, one of the founding members of this show.
That's true.
I'm elated to be here today. Actually, I was glad to hear from Cano. But I've been in Charlotte, via New York City since 2016. Since then, I've met a lot of good people. Some I still get to meet, but I'm part of several organizations. I was the CRC, Action and C, Enlace, 704 Forward, and it's all about community work. You know, somebody's got to do it, and the commitment comes straight from the heart.
Rodney Sadler. I'm here in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm a professor at Union Presbyterian Seminary at here in Charlotte, and I want to talk a little bit about the Reimagining America project tonight. So excited to be with you.
I want a pound of whatever MTG smokes because it must be incredible. It creates these amazing hallucinations. Yeah. I think any white conservative or white moderate that quotes Dr. King should be banned from all social media because, quite frankly, that's ridiculous. In fact, he spoke to the Senate, and they've showed several audio clips of it this week honoring Dr. King. And he talked about the biggest threat to civil rights really is the white moderate. And I agree. I think the white enablers and the white moderate / moderates are the biggest threat to the United States. Look at Manchin and Sinema. I mean, they're stooges. Senate has always been thought of as the most renowned standard of democracy. The powers to be of the two houses. And now it's turned into something that looks more like the WWE. I fully expect someday to somebody smash a chair over Ted Cruz's head or something like that. It's just
we can only wish.
Like Josh Hawley and Ted Cruz get into it. It's just turned into
let me say the Reimagining America project is a truth and reconciliation process that really is trying to dig down deep on the issues of race and racial disparity in America. The fundamental purpose of this is to say that you cannot have a system that says all human beings, we hold this truth to be self-evident, that every human being is created equal, that they're endowed with their creator with certain unalienable rights, and at the same time say we have a system that believes that people are of different races. Because when you say that people are different races, the fundamental thing that you're saying is that they're somehow or another fundamentally different, that they are different in appearance, and that difference in appearance should translate in some way to differences in value, so that they are entitled to different access to wealth, power, and privilege. This is fundamentally problematic. There's no way to have racial equity because the concept of race itself has within its very being the notion of inherent inequality. That's like that same concept. There's no such thing as separate and equal. Brown versus the Board of Education. Well, the same thing. There can be no such thing as race and equality. You have to get rid of the concept of race, which scientists, geneticists, biologists have already determined it's a fictive concept. It literally makes no sense. There's no such thing as different races. Human beings have not existed long enough to justify subspecies variation. So the concept of race is fundamentally false. It is only a social construct. And a social construct, like anything else that is a fictive notion, only gains power when we give it power, when we believe that it has some truth. So we fundamentally, the idea of the Reimagining America project is to say, we recognize that this is a fictive construct. We recognize that this fictive construct both supports a falsity that should not exist and perpetuates inequalities, actual inequalities among people. We've got to do something about it. We've got to eliminate the way that race has worked to shape people's futures the way that it does. And we have to find a different way of dealing with the differences that we see. Now, this is not in any way to say we don't want people to celebrate the Latinx heritage. This is not in any way to say we don't want people to celebrate the fact that you are a Black person from Louisiana. We just want to make sure that we don't use the color of your skin to determine what access to wealth, power, and privilege you have, determine where you can and cannot live, determine where you can and cannot go to school, determine how the doctors will view you when you go there. We've got to find a way to move beyond the way that race has shaped people's outcomes in life. And it's inherent. I mean, I think so many people, I hear these conversations all today. I just made a commitment to teach a class today that talks about, is race really a thing? Is it still an issue? Didn't we solve race? And there's so many people today, particularly those who imagine themselves to be white, who literally think that race is, we did away with. We elected Obama. Everything's done now. It's all good. It's all good. Let's just move on. No, it's not true in the slightest. We still have to deal with the fact that we treat people differently. Apparently, electing Obama did not stop Trayvon Martin, did not stop George Floyd, did not stop Eric Garner from being killed by the police. It didn't change those dynamics. Those racial dynamics still persist in our society. And I should shut up so Anthony can jump in.
For joining us. Thank you for those who watch us on Facebook, but also on YouTube. And please keep watching us. Please keep sharing us. Next week, a very important topic. Our last show of the month, modern day white supremacists. What do they look like? And how to eat a tamale. Only on Coffee and Pan Dulce. How's that, Jen? What's your line? Sunday.
We have guns that look like knives, knives that look like guns. Buy one, get one free. We're basically the Groupon of TV shows right here, you know. So it's
that's right. So first, and we will end on a little music. I was going away because I want to make sure this is right. How's that? Bye, y'all.
Thank you, everybody, for being on. Dr. Sadler, Tony Foreman, and, of course, our partner in crime, Christian Cano. We had a great show. Hope you tune in. And happy Wednesday, happy Monday. And let's rock it out at the end of January. Have a great day.
Bye, y'all. See you next week. Bye, Tony.